What's going on, everyone? Dominic Echandia here, bringing you back another video. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Today, I didn't really have a plan, to be honest, as far as what I'm going to be filming. I'm going to touch on a couple different things. I'm actually going to be working on the car today. But before I get into any of that, let's give it a little cold start, shall we? Puts a smile on my face every time. Dude, look at this thing, man. Just nasty. Nasty. All right, so today I am gonna be fixing a very small issue, hopefully. I took the car to the gym about a week ago. And when I got to the gym, the engine cover underneath was on the ground. Now, 2 weeks prior to that, I actually was calling Ford to order a bunch of small parts. The car is a 2013 Mustang GT with 110,000 miles on it. And it needs some small things to be replaced, small original things to be replaced to kind of get that new feel. But some small things that need to be replaced, and that was one of them. So the guy was supposed to call me back. I got busy. I'm sure maybe he got busy and didn't get a chance to get back to me. And so I didn't have a new engine cover. So I go to the gym, I pull up, I park, get out, and I see the engine cover sitting on the floor. Now this cover is, or splash guard, I don't know exactly what it's called. I'm calling it an engine cover, a splash guard, whatever it is, sitting on the ground, and it's connected to the chin spoiler that I just put on like 6 months ago and barely got to drive the car with it on. And I looked underneath on the one side and saw one of the bolts that it's connected to ripped off the chin spoiler. So I'm hoping that there's only one or two that are disconnected, and I can hopefully either fix them or just not use them and still keep the chin spoiler on the car. So that's what we're gonna do today, is take apart the engine cover so I can bring it to Ford, because the guy couldn't figure out what part I was looking for whatever reason. So that's what we're doing. I just got a brand new low profile jack. I had another jack before and it was a pain in the butt to get the car jacked up, especially on coilovers. So I just got a new jack. I did buy this pressure washer as well. I got both of these from Harbor Freight, but my part-time job actually sells pressure washers, so for the same price I'm getting a better pressure washer that'll be here in a couple days. But a little tour of my very messy garage. I try to organize it as best I can. We got some empty boxes here. I like to keep boxes on deck in case I want to ship some things. This here is a fantastic product that I cannot wait to get on the car. If there's any guesses, leave them in the comments. I'm very, very, very excited to get this put on the car. I'll give you a hint, goes inside the car. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me know what you think it is, leave it in the comments. We got another part here that's gonna go on the car eventually. There's some major things that I recently did to the car: long tube headers, clutch install, and all these major things that I don't have either the resources or location to do it. So I obviously had to pay somebody to do these things. And between paying for the actual parts and the install, it is a very expensive thing to do. Those two things alone are major parts. For some of those that have been following me through this build so far, I obviously had to pay a second mechanic to do it, so I still am working the details out with the first mechanic. Either way, it's a very expensive process. And I'm not made of money as much as I wish I was. I'm an average guy on a build, you know, balling on a budget. And so there's other things I have planned to do to the car. Car needs those small things that I mentioned before to kind of give that new feel, or all original parts. The car does need paint. I do have a hood for the car, and a couple other items to add to the car. So all those things take time and money, and obviously, again, balling on a budget here, gotta save that cash for those things that are expensive. So we're gonna be doing some minor things to the car for right now, just to kind of get it ready to go, so that when it goes for paint, you know, obviously that's kind of like the final touch of the car, I hope. A couple other mechanical mods I want to add to, and maybe hopefully someday boost, but you know, who knows. So yeah, that's it. Let me put this jack together, get the car on jack stands, and get started. Yeah. I hope I could just use it, right? Hope so. All right, so we got this thing built. Full disclosure, I've never bought one of these brand new. So it was my first time putting it together, and it said I needed hydraulic fluid, which I didn't know. It came with it in it, so there's enough in it to use it today. But I was unsure. I called my buddy Dan. Dan, if you're watching this, I really appreciate you. I can always freaking count on you, man. He's got way more mechanical knowledge than I do, but I called him, was like, hey, like, I think I can still use it. So he was like, yeah, you're good to go. So I got this thing put together. Now we're gonna pull the car out, jack it up, and we'll get started. We got the one side done. Now, 100% honesty, I am very weary. Anytime I lift a car, I'm always very cautious. And for anybody who's watching this, always make sure you're very, very cautious if you're not comfortable with this stuff. I mean, I've done it before plenty of times, but even so, like, I'm always super, super cautious about how I go about this. I actually ended up turning the car completely around because I just felt more comfortable. One, having the car completely out of the garage, and two, as we come closer to the center of where I'm standing right now, it's actually inclined so that any water could go right to the drain. So I felt more comfortable coming up more towards the garage where it's more level. So yeah, let's get the other side done. Hot boy status, tucking. You have to bump it, okay? You gotta bump it. All right. Look who came to say hi. Look at this pretty lady.
Hi.
Nice Jeep.
Thanks.
So it's actually not in as bad of condition as I thought. There's one crack here from where it bolts onto the bumper, and then there's one crack in the actual bumper where this got ripped off, and then this whole section here. But I mean, it's kept on like by these, so I think this is fully reusable. I would just like to get all new hardware from Ford directly, and then this is now garbage, and that's the engine cover that came down. So back here it was only held on by 2 bolts, and I'm pretty sure those were shot, so I think I held it on by 1 bolt, and I didn't really kind of. I mean, this is all taken apart. Technically this is,
yeah, but you're not putting this back on until you get new hardware.
Correct. So we're gonna keep it off for now. Ooh, that would be helpful if I didn't break the chin spoiler we just took off. Yeah, we're gonna keep it off for now, just until I get the hardware. So in the next few days, whenever that may be, when I have time, go get the hardware from Ford. Sound good?
Yeah.
You wanna go to the gym?
Yeah.
You down?
Yeah.
Can we take the Mustang?
No.
Come on.
You can drive the Mustang, I'll drive the Jeep.
You're gonna drive separate? No, the vlog wants to see you in the car and see your reaction when we do a couple pulls. It's nice outside. Why don't we take the Mustang? Yep. She loves her Jeep. You love your Jeep, don't you? Yeah. But today we're gonna take this, because this is probably the only day I'm gonna drive it until the next time I actually go get this stuff. And tomorrow. Do you love me though? I love you too. So yeah, that's just the update, guys. I would like to also get a new one of those if possible. I mean, it's not necessarily needed, but I'd like to have it just because it's an original part that covers front part of your motor. All right, so it's one less thing on my plate. Now I can at least drive the car without worrying that it's, you know, coming down and ruining my chin spoiler. I think we can still reuse the chin spoiler, at least for now. I'm just gonna get all new bolts for that entire section of the bumper, which I intended to do anyway. It's just, of course, it decided to crap out on me right before I was able to get the stuff. Like I said, car needs some other stuff. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It's actually doing it right now. Where the axle back sits, there's a hanger, and the hanger essentially is not dead bolted to the body, and where the screw used to be is stripped. So I have to order a whole new hanger, get that reinstalled so that it stops rattling. So right now it's literally rattling against the car. And it's obnoxious when the car is idling. A couple other small things, like I said, paint definitely is a big one that I'm trying to save up some money for to do. And yeah, I mean, it's coming along. It's just, you know, bits and pieces here and there. Like I said, balling on a budget, so got to make it happen, right? Oh, yeah. The brakes are still breaking in. I haven't even put 1,500 miles on them yet. She almost had a heart attack as we were driving around a bend. And
I honestly am gonna throw up. I'm not joking.
You need me to pull over?
No.
All right, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I know it wasn't too much, but had a little fun. Thanks for being featured. Appreciate you.
Did I have a choice?
No. All right, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one.